Hello, chat. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to another Ninja Gato interview. Today we have a very special guest, the wonderful and cute Killer Bunny. That is NeeshNeesh. Neesh. Hello, 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 hello. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. As you know, I got COVID. It's not fun. It's not fun. But hello. Welcome. Welcome. Alright, let me...
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Very cool. Also, do you have my stream up? Because the very first thing I do at the beginning of the interview is I shout out the guests. And it's going to play a random clip from the channel. From your channel. It's absolutely random. I love it because it's like playing roulette. So do you have my stream up so you can see the clip that plays?
I do. I do have it up. I'll be able to see.
All right, let's see what comes up. Let's see what comes up.
You guys are degenerates. I looked at my clips, and do you know what my most popular clip is? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, you fucking degenerates?
Oh.
I will not explain any further.
Whoa. You called your community degens. Do you remember what the most popular clip was of you?
Oh gosh. Of course it's that one. Oh, okay. So someone clipped me. I think I was during a Valentine's Day stream. I don't know. I just made like a noise. It was just a random noise, and for some reason that was the most rewatched. And I was like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what people did with this. But you're all degens for whoever was responsible for that. You're all degens.
All right, very cool. All right. Well, I pinned your channel. I was part of that degenerate. Interesting. So you made a sus noise, and they were all about the sus noise. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. All right. So yes, I've pinned your channel, and then we are in the stream together, and we've got your channel in the in the title. So Gatos and anyone who's not following Niche, you have no excuse now. Follow this bunny right now. All right. And then historically, the first question we ask is the lore behind the name. So how and did you come up with the name NeeshNeesh for your channel?
Ooh, that's an easy one. So oftentimes I use the username Nishka online. That's just kind of been my thing. I stole it from a character in Neverwinter Nights 2. There's a tiefling named Nishka, and I don't know. As a kid, her name really stuck with me. So I was like, yoink, that's mine. But back when I first joined Twitch, I wanted to use that name, but it was already taken. And so I was like, oh heck, let me try Niche. Also taken. Oh man, I'm not very creative. NeeshNeesh, not taken.
Okay.
I've just kept it that way since.
And Grogden asks, what if he's afraid of bunnies? How could he be afraid of bunnies? They're all so cute, even though this one's a killer bunny. This one's a killer bunny.
I have fangs.
Yeah. She bites. She bites. Actually, can you give us an overview of your model?
Ooh, sure.
Yeah, show it off, and then I will put you center stage. I'll put you center stage. Because I think it's a really good
we'll
model.
Zoom out here.
Because you are the creator of your model, correct?
Yeah, it's sufficiently scuffed because I made it. This is this is my very lazy fall outfit. I stole this shirt from a previous version of my model. These pants are from my Halloween outfit, and these shoes I made for my my workout outfit. So these are actually really nicely made. The original concept design is from Mo Xuan Zhang on ArtStation. He makes really insane kind of furry style shoes, and he's got really insane concept art. Highly recommend looking at him. I just was like, I like these and I want to make them my own a little bit. So I changed the colors, but other than that, yeah, nothing too crazy going on with my model, but she's mine. I made her, albeit cutting a lot of corners, because for like 99% of the time, you just see me here. So
No, it's an awesome model, by the way. I appreciate it. Hey, what's up, mommy?
Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. And then the next question we traditionally ask is the hardware setup. What is all the hardware and peripherals required to run a niche stream?
So, I have a PC, crazy.
Hmm.
I'm running Wardo, which then allows me to use iFacial mocap from my phone. I have an iPhone 11. Um, iPhone 10, I've heard, is not great for face tracking because it tends to overheat. Thankfully, I already had an iPhone 11, so it worked out. So I do ARKit face tracking, which allows for, I think, pretty expressive results as compared to the Android equivalents. And that's about it. I don't really have anything fancy going on. It's just really the iPhone. And then if you want to get into the specifics of my computer, I have 3070 Ti. Um,
Mm,
what else? I don't think I know my hardware that well.
it's okay. Okay, and what do you use for like the microphone? And any like stream decks, anything like that? Any peripherals?
Oh, I do have a small Stream Deck. But I just use it to switch between scenes. Nothing crazy there. And my mic is Audio Technica 2005 USB. That's what it says on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's a
It's
big type in
on
the
a.
background. Yep. Uh,
It was a hand me down. Because before that, I had just the regular. Um, like I had a headset with a mic on it, and that was like really scuffed quality. So this was a nice little hand me down that I got.
okay. And then you also do 3D tracking on your stream, like your full mocap tracking, because I've seen you do stretches and stuff. What do you use for that?
Oh yeah, so I have a Valve Index and the knuckles that come with the Index. I have two base stations, and then the amount of tracking on the body can vary. I've had it set up before where I was using. Okay, so normally I use three Vive trackers, so one on the waist and two on the legs. But I've added on before where I had two more on my upper legs and then one for the chest. Um, I need to still refine that system because my having that many things strapped to your body gets really complicated, unfortunately. But I have been wanting to set it up so that I have my arms and upper legs. I found that chest
Hey,
wasn't
what's
that
up,
great
Koji?
to track, but that's what I use.
Okay, so it's kind of like a hodgepodge of different trackers, but they work with VR chat and stuff. Okay, okay.
Yeah, they're all well, they were Vive 2.0 trackers, but I recently due to the generosity of some add-on out there, I've gotten the latest Vive trackers. I just need more light in my room because they're camera based. I forgot what they were called. It was the Vive Ultimate trackers, and I wanted to switch to those,
Ah,
but because they're camera based and I'm a little gremlin and I sit in a dark room, I need to fix my lighting situation to use those.
mm, okay. But you use that to do your stretches and stuff. It looks pretty good. It
Yeah,
works. It works. It looks all right.
thank you.
Okay, okay. And then software setup. What is all the software required to operate a niche stream?
So for a regular stream, I have well OBS, and oh man, what else? So I have Wordo is where my model lives in. I have to launch iFacial mocap to connect with my phone, and then that'll connect it into Wordo so that I can move around. Um, I use Spud Tablet to be able to have the recent addition to my stream where I have a little tablet that looks like my hand is moving around, but it's really not. It's completely separate from my 3D. It's just a 2D PNG of like a hand moving around a tablet.
Mm,
Um, I think that's everything I want to say. Oh, and Spotify, so I can play Lo-Fi Leah.
and Spotify too. Okay. And then I think for your model you said Warudo, and then And then for the motion capture, was there software involved
iFacial
for that?
mocap.
iFacial mocap. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So it's kind of okay. So your stuff is a little more complicated, but that's part of being a 3D VTuber with motion capture. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Very cool. Uh, all right. So let's talk about you know your Twitch streamer story. So, what inspired you to start your journey as a VTuber, and how has it evolved over the years?
Ooh. So when I first started streaming, I remember it being very much on a whim. I had gotten into 3D modeling back in, I want to say, the summer of 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned from watching Shanzo VODs. And Shanzo is a another 3D modeler. He also streams on Twitch and he has videos on YouTube. And he was kind of the first VR chat modeler that I came in contact with. So I would go frame by frame on his VODs, and I learned from him. And I figured, I sit here and I model a bunch every day. Why not stream it too? Because I before then I would just sit there and like have Avatar or something running on the side to fill the time. Um, so yeah, I guess I was inspired by Shanzo because I had the same setup back then as he did, where he had a Vive tracker strapped to his headset to track his head so that he could move his model around. And I don't remember the name of the software I was using at the time, but I basically had to have VR running so that it could track the little puck, and then it would utilize VR chat shape keys for talking, so it wouldn't really track the mouth, but it would move the mouth in coordination with the sounds you were making. So I think it looked really nice. So I I did that, and that was kind of my foray into streaming. Was just basically being like, oh, Shanzo does that. Maybe I can do that too. I want to do that.
Hmm. Very cool. Very cool. But you said you
Yeah.
were into modeling prior to streaming? Like you just enjoyed doing 3D art and 3D modeling?
Yeah. So, oh gosh, this is a little bit of it's going to be a bit of a yappy moment, but
Go for it.
um, before, so right before the pandemic, I graduated college around, so the May of 2019 is when I graduated.
Okay.
And I graduated with a degree in music. And I had no intention of using it. I finished the degree just because I had a full scholarship and I didn't want to waste it, but I hated my major. I hated it so much.
Oof.
I really just wanted to be done with it. And I realized when I graduated, I had no idea what to do. So I kind of sat around for a month and was like, I need to do something. So then I started dog walking. Um, and then at some point, I was like, I hate this too. I'm alone and I talk to dogs all day, and it's making me feel very lonely. So
Okay.
um, I I ended up applying for the JET program, which is you can teach English abroad in Japan, and I got in, and I was really excited about it. I was so shocked. I got my acceptance around the time, I think right after COVID started blowing up, and I was like, whoa, oh my god. Like, this is
Damn.
insane! No way, the JET program, and I was so ready. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be out there for like 3 years. That'll give me time to figure things out, and oh, this will be really great. Um, but because of COVID, and then everything got delayed, things started closing down, and during that time, so this was midway through 2020. I was just bored. I was playing VR chat every day, and I had nothing better to do because I was just waiting to hear like, when are we going? When are they shipping us out? When will we get to go? Um, and I started picking up 3D modeling because I thought the models were so cool in VR chat, and I was like, oh, I want to learn how to do that. So here and there, I started picking things up, and then eventually, um, in 2021, I think in May, I gave up because I had gotten to a point where we were 2 weeks from flying out to Japan, and then they closed the borders. So I went from I'm about to move to Japan to I'm stuck in America, and I waited about 5 or 6 months for something, anything, because my whole life was on hold. And finally, I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna send the email, and I'm gonna pull out of the JET program, and I really like 3D modeling, so I think I'm gonna keep doing that. So I ended up still doing that, and I'm still doing that today.
Mm, interesting. Oh, wait, but musically, what instruments did you play?
Oh, I so my main instrument was the oboe, which for most people who don't know what that is, it looks like a clarinet, but it's a little bit skinnier, and it flares out at the bottom, or doesn't flare at the bottom. It has like a little bell kind of shape at the end. It's one of the most important instruments in orchestra. We provide the tuning note, so everyone tunes to the oboe because it's the one instrument you can't tune other than the piano.
Oh, okay. So you're traditionally a musician. Wait, but while you
Mhm.
were going to school, did you also do art and then pick up a little bit of modeling and stuff while in school, or this was all on your own? It's a VR chat.
Oh, this was all on my own because of VR chat. Yeah, I always drew. I would like scribble things here and there. I'd draw for fun. Nothing like dedicated or anything. I didn't have a sketchbook. It would just be every once in a while I'd have a project in a class, and I'd be like, okay, maybe I'll draw something for this, or I'll help out a friend with drawing something. But
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really do art until I started getting into 3D modeling and character modeling, really, because humans are very complicated to recreate, as I eventually figured out and started learning anatomy and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, before VR chat, I knew nothing about 3D modeling. I knew nothing about art, really.
Interesting. And then Little Hollow says, isn't oboe longer than a clarinet too?
I don't know. I think they're very close in size. The funny thing is, my best friend plays clarinet, and we went to college together. And I honestly couldn't tell you if my instrument was longer than hers. So I want to say they're very close in size.
Mm. Do you play any other instruments?
I used to play a little bit of piano. We were required to take 4 semesters of keyboard classes in college, so I knew quite a bit. I was actually the go-to tutor for some of the teachers when
Oh,
they had
wow.
students who were struggling. Um, but I did take keyboard class a little bit too seriously because I really liked it. But I haven't touched a keyboard in ages. I don't have a piano anymore, unfortunately.
Chunky says you've never compared instruments, and then
No, we've never compared instruments.
all right. Then Joshua says so. Graduation to no Japan to modeling. What do for money?
Twitch.
Twitch.
Twitch is my main source of income.
Oh, oh, that's not great.
Mm. Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm in a very privileged position where thankfully I've been given the time and space to figure things out. And I know a lot of people don't have that opportunity. And
Hmm.
I really feel very, very lucky to be in a spot where I can just slowly figure things out and take my time.
Yeah, because unless you're like the 1% streamers, like we're still earning like pennies to at most dollars per hour, like $1.
Yeah.
Like it's not a lucrative career unless you're in that 1%. Speaking of Twitch, when are you playing Persona 5? Says not Ryan. He's been dying to ask that. He's been dying to ask that.
Oh, yes, he has. He has, absolutely. Persona 5 definitely coming. It is coming to a Twitch stream near you. Yes.
Someday. Eventually. Hey,
One
what's up?
day. Yep.
What's up, Chris? We see you on Kick. Oh, by the way, you're live on Kick, by the way, as well as Twitter.
Oh, hello, Kick.
Yeah, so we just had a Kick chatter say hello. Hey, what's up, Bonus Melon? How are you? Persona 5 in 2025. Ain't no way. She didn't give a year. She didn't give a year. She just said someday, soon, eventually. It's coming. All right. All right. Very cool. So okay, so you do have an artistic background. Wait, and you did say you painted, and do you paint and stuff, or did you do that in school and in college?
No, not at all.
No,
Just
not
a
at
little bit of
all.
like for gen ed classes every once in a while. I would maybe like draw for a project, but I never took any formal art classes.
Okay, so your art background, educational wise, is music. 100%
Yep.
music. Wow. So all the art you do on stream, all that was just learned all on your own because,
Yeah.
well, COVID.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Mm, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Um, wait, does that also mean you were a band kid in high school and college?
Yeah, I was a band kid in high school and college.
Oh, the band kid. The band kids. Oh, classic. Classic. Well, there you have it.
Those nerds, those
Those
geeks.
nerds. Well, there we go. There we go. Um, um, all right. And then let's see. You primarily stream as a 3D bunny girl VTuber, but occasionally a 2D PNG model. What do you see as the biggest benefit of working with both formats, and how do you decide when to use each one?
Ooh, so the PNG tuber is usually if I'm feeling too lazy to set up my 3D, and it's kind of a nice way to, I guess, cop out if I'm just not feeling like really up to being super expressive, or yeah, I'm just feeling lazy.
Mm,
It's the lazy way out, or I can still have something that kind of is representing me on the stream, but without having to put in all the extra work on the side of like loading up all these programs, making sure everything's calibrated, making sure my phone's charged and everything's plugged in, and all that stuff. It's not a lot, but you
no,
know,
it's a lot. It's a
I'm a
lot.
pretty lazy person.
And have you encountered any games where running both your VTuber and the game at the same time has been a little rough?
um, I have used my PNG tuber at times where like if a game is very demanding on my system. For example, when Hogwarts Legacy came out, I was playing it on stream, and it was a mess, a mess to try and play. It was really really hard to get my 3D going. Even with a PNG tuber, I couldn't even get that to go up at some point. So I had a GIF running. I just had a
Mm,
GIF that was just like my face just going bap 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 bap. I was like, yep, this is all we get, just so I could just so I'd be able to stream the game. Not a fun experience.
yep, yep, yeah. So yeah, when I had my old rig, that's what I would do. Is I was a 2D PNG anytime the games got too heavy. I still wanted to do the game. Like Baldur's Gate for sure made my system go to its knees. So
Oh yeah.
okay. All right. And how would you describe the personality or vibe of your bunny VTuber character?
Ooh, I want to say chaotic, very chaotic. Because I mean, my VTuber character is just me. Like I'm not. I don't have the ability to pretend to be someone else. Really, I'd find that to be super exhausting. I wouldn't be able to keep that up. So I'm just myself every time I stream. So
Mm,
I consider myself a rather chaotic person, although I am very lawful good. I know chat doesn't believe me on this, but I'm definitely lawful good. I'm just a little unhinged on stream. I'll say things sometimes, and it'll get taken out of context by Koji.
oh,
Some
Koji
people.
called out. Koji called out. Oh, nice, nice. And then yes, you are a killer bunny. And I think Grogden said I should be afraid of killer bunnies because of a movie called Monty Python. Can you explain the reference to me?
Sure. So In the movie Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail, there is a killer bunny. I believe it's called Karabanok, if I'm not mistaken. And everyone, all the knights look at it and they're like, "That's just a bunny." And then it bites people's heads off and is, it looks so cute, but then it's terrifying and then its face is covered in blood.
Nice. So that inspired you to be a killer bunny.
Of course, of course. It's one of my favorite films growing up.
Oh, interesting. And then Chris on YouTube on Kick wants to know, what's your favorite type of cat?
My favorite type of cat? Ooh.
Orange.
I guess I'm pretty biased.
Orange.
Or orange? No. My favorite type of cat is ragdolls. I love ragdoll cats.
Nice. They're okay. They're no orange cat, but they're adorable.
Orange cats are really up there, though.
All right. And then 1 second while I go cough.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, your lungs.
All right. And then I have to ask this question. Who is on your shoulder?
Oh.
They're driving me crazy, by the way. Like, urge to hunt and kill. I am fighting. Very much so. Who is on your shoulder?
I have 2 rats on my shoulder. This actually stems back from way back in, I think 2021. I met Ratlord when she very first started streaming, and we did some collab things together. And one of those things was a chess match. And the loser would have to wear either a rat or a bunny on their head. I lost, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Twice in one session at one point. So as a result, I got rid of these guys for a while because I was just too lazy to add them back on. But I recently added them back because I've never earned the right to truly remove the rats of shame, as I used to call them. So these are actually representative of the fact that I am very bad at chess. I'm very, very bad at chess.
Oh, so you got debated. Oops, what the hell's going on here?
I got debated. I was like, oh yes, a little friendly competition between Bunny University and Ratlord University, and I was sorry to represent Bunny University because we lost big time. We suck.
Wait, had you played chess professionally or like competitively?
No, not at all. No.
So you just raw dogged that competition and then just got owned by somebody who might have like professional experience?
Yep.
Yeah, that didn't work out well, did it?
No, what's funny is the first time it was like, okay, well, it was a friendly competition between friends, right? It was me versus Ratlord. And then I was like, okay, guys, there's gonna be 1 month and I'm gonna go through a whole training arc. I'm gonna get better. And then this time for sure. So I did the training arc. I tried really hard. I think at some point I started slacking, and then I got really good at openings. I was like, yes, I understand what makes a good chess opening. But actually playing the rest of the game, I oopsie.
Wow. Okay. So you're hoping you could make it happen and be a sleeper chess champ, and that didn't happen.
Yep.
Okay.
It did not happen. I am such a sore loser. I refuse to play chess again.
Oh wow. And then you have to wear the rats permanently now? Wow.
Well, yeah, pretty much. They're just forever there. Forever to remind me that chess is a terrible, terrible game. Never play it again.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. All right, we got a background back now. Okay. Okay. Let's another question for you. Every time you rate in the hydration, drink water. Can you share the story behind how you became the hydration VTuber?
Yeah, so wow, this kind of goes back to when I was playing VR chat during the pandemic. I had a little bit of a drinking problem, just a little bit, and throughout my friend group, we'd always be like, "Oh, don't forget to hydrate! Don't forget to hydrate!" We had one guy in our group that was like a huge stoner, and he always remind us to hydrate because he didn't really drink. He just got high. I think that just kind of carried over into streaming. I was just like, oh, hydrating, that's good for you. I always remember to hydrate. I gotta remind everyone else to hydrate because drinking water, very easy to forget. Very, very easy to forget. So it kind of just evolved from there into being my raid message since forever. Just drink water.
Okay, so you had a party phase. Okay, okay.
Yep.
Wait, what was? Did you have like a drink of choice, or when you had your party phase?
Oh, I had so I'm very cheap. And I found that
Oh,
I'm
thank you for the
very much
hydrate.
lightweight. So I would get a big bottle of vodka
Oh
and I would
boy.
just have that by my desk because it would take maybe 2 shots to get pretty drunk. If I was really feeling it that night, 3 shots. Anything past that and I would black out.
Damn. VR chat get wild, bro. Wow. Wow. Okay. Just straight up, just straight vodka, just shots.
Yeah, just straight vodka. But yeah, again, I would only have like 2 shots in total or 3 shots in total. That was like my maximum. I did go past that and I blacked out and
Damn.
I was vomiting the whole night. It was not fun. Never again.
That's why Rory stays away from VR chat because they get wild. Damn. Damn.
No, it's so bad on there. It's so easy to get a drinking problem because you're surrounded by people who are constantly like, "Yeah, party, let's drink, woo!" And they have drinking
Shot,
game
shot, shot, shot,
worlds.
shots.
Yeah, shots, shots, shots. It's crazy. It's so crazy on there. That's why I always caution people when they get into VR chat. I'm always like, please be very, very careful. Do not like drink in excess. Some people, I would say actually majority of people are probably faking it. They're probably not drinking as much as they're saying, if they're drinking at all. So don't fall for it.
Sure, Fracture Games. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate you. Wow. Okay. Things get wild, wild in VR chat. Okay.
Hmm.
You know, I haven't done it. I haven't gotten into VR chat. I'm very tempted. Very tempted.
I think it's fun. I honestly think it's fun. You meet interesting people. I like people watching personally. I kind of like sitting there and just observing people around me and seeing the random drama that comes up and
Hmm.
just the silliness that ends up happening. But you do see a lot of unfortunate things. I would never recommend anyone to go into a world that has a video player that's in a public instance if they have untrusted URLs on, because people will most of the time they'll just put corn.
Wow.
But I've actually seen some really messed up stuff.
Oh.
I've never done it again. I've never like gone into a public with a video player again because of that. So yeah, VR chat can be really messed up, but
Hmm.
there's also a side that's really amazing, and I've met really wonderful people on VR chat. Really, like it's not all terrible, but there are a lot of bad actors on there for sure.
Okay, Roy's made the comment. To be honest, VR chat seems to be filled with, how can I describe it, sad people who want to escape the world. It makes me a bit depressed. What do you think?
Oh,
What do you think about that comment?
I'd have to agree. There are a lot of people where VR chat kind of becomes their life. They're spending any free time they have in VR chat because the real world is a little sad for them. They don't have connections with people. Maybe they live far away from their friends. Maybe they don't have friends, but they're able to have a thriving social life on VR chat, and it
Mm.
just kind of spirals from there. It sad but true. Very sad but true.
Drink, drink vodka and watch corn in VR chat, says BG like fun. And Chris from Kick says, "Oh, I gotta tab back over. Fell off my screen. But he had a
Oh no.
question for you. Says, what is the most embarrassing thing you've done and later thought it was funny when you look back at it? I guess that could apply to VR chat.
Oh. Uh Most embarrassing thing I've done. There was one time I got I got pretty drunk. This was like right before I blacked out, I think I was trying to twerk.
Oh
And
no.
the thought of that mortifies me because I can't twerk to save my life. So
What?
yeah.
A Latino that can't move the hips? Wait, what?
I know. Listen, I don't conceptually understand how twerking works. I tried once. I used to do pole dancing classes.
Wait,
I tried to
what?
throw it back a little bit, and no.
Wait, what? Can we go down that rabbit hole real quick? You
Yeah,
wait, you
yeah.
went to
So
pole dancing
for like
classes?
one summer in college, yeah, I took pole dancing classes for a bit. I got into it because my oboe professor in college, she was teaching at a pole studio. She was like, "Oh yeah, come by, it'll be great." And I was like, "Okay." And I actually really liked it. I thought it was fun. It's I don't know. It's like a really fun way to exercise that didn't feel like, I was going to the gym and just sitting down and get those reps in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the dancing part of it though.
Mm.
I just like being able to do cool stuff like, I don't know, spin around, climb the pole. I couldn't do anything crazy.
And Arias wants to know if you ever successfully did a Superman.
No, I tried once. Oh, my thighs. It hurts so bad because you're gripping the pole with your bare skin. That's why pole dancers don't wear very much, is so that you have the most contact with your
Mm-hmm.
body so you can grip the pole. And for Superman, you're basically entirely holding yourself, I think, just with your thighs and then like one hand back if I'm not mistaken. And oh man, it hurts. It hurts real bad.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've heard pole dances is actually really good exercise, especially if you get really, really good at it. Like some some pole dancer ladies are absolutely shredded. Uh,
Yeah.
and well, that's cool. That's cool. You've done that. Um, Also, I saw something that confused me for a second here, but maybe you can clarify. One of the chatters said your Asian side came out. Are you mixed race?
I'm not. I'm not. I don't know why this happens, but a lot of people think I'm Asian. I
Hmm.
am 100% like mixed. Oh, I guess 50-50 Mexican and Puerto Rican,
Ah,
which is basically 100% Latina.
Latina. Wow. Okay. And you're from Jersey. And you're from
Yeah.
Jersey. So, very cool. 100%
New
mixed.
Jersey.
Jersey, Latina, Pagu, yes, yes. 5% Japanese.
5%? No, I don't think so. I've never taken one of those
Hey, Captain
those
Pants.
like
Welcome.
ancestry tests or something where they check your DNA. But I'm pretty sure I'm like just Hispanic, and then before that probably very European because I'm pasty.
Mm, okay. Wait, do you speak Japanese when you were going to go?
Yeah, I do speak a bit. They actually, so my contracting organization, which is the people who actually hired me, like Jet Program, kind of creates a pool of available people for
Mm-hmm.
the individual school districts to then grab. So they paid for me to get Japanese classes through a program, which was really cool. Unfortunately, I got really depressed while I was waiting, so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't follow through with it too much. But even before then, I had taken a bit of Japanese classes in college, and before that, I was just a weeb, so I picked up a lot from trying to learn here and there.
Okay. Okay. And then you are in the Pacific Northwest now, so Mild, I don't think she's seen any of the Jersey drones. Do you have family that have talked about that? That's still in
No,
Jersey?
all my family moved out of Jersey. I did ask my old friends back in Jersey. I was like, "Did you guys see drones?" And they were like, "No."
Mm, okay. Okay. Um, well, while we're on the topic, can you explain to us how to pump gas?
I don't know how to pump gas. Like, one, I've never owned a car. I don't drive.
Okay.
I take public transit. So like even here in the Pacific Northwest, where it's not illegal to pump your own gas, I wouldn't be able to. Like if someone was like, "Hey, can you pump the gas for me?" I'd be like, you want me to start a fire?"
Okay, so those of you out of the know, in Jersey, that is the last state in the continental U.S. that has a protective job class of a gas station pump operator. And it was 100%. This saying in Jersey is Jersey gals don't pump their gas or don't pump gas. And we're
Okay, but
seeing it
imagine
in
this,
real
right?
life. Coming from Texas, that's
Imagine.
crazy. Okay, imagine.
Imagine this. It's a very cold day. You're sitting in your car, you look at the gas meter, you're like, oh, I need to stop for gas, right? You're all nice and cozy because the heat's running, car's nice and warm. You pull up, all you gotta do, roll down the window, 20 cash regular. That's it. You stay inside your car, you sit there, you chill, you stay in the nice warmth of your car. You don't have to go out into the cold. You're living like a king. Look at all those peasants pumping the gas for you. You don't have to be that peasant, unless it's your job, in which case, I'm sorry.
That would be cool and all, but I've been on the Jersey Pike way too many times. And every time I'm at the Jersey Pike, and if you have to get gas in Jersey, it's a 40-minute wait. And I hate
Really?
it.
I've never experienced that. What?
Yeah, well, I always travel during peak travel time, so that's also my fault. But oh my god, I
Oh,
hate it. Like I will fucking freaking sweat almost on E light on the dashboard and make it to New York just to avoid pumping gas in Jersey because I freaking hate it.
I'm
Uh,
so sorry.
Also, Jersey drivers. Holy fuck.
Mm.
Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been like it's just flat out war.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's war on the road.
Absolutely.
Like,
So Jersey drivers, New York drivers, and Pennsylvania drivers, mostly Jersey and New York drivers, are like absolutely insane. Usually I see New York drivers straddling two lanes, so they'll be driving over the line trying to figure out which one's going to be the fast lane,
oh
and it's
Josh.
so annoying. It's so annoying. And then Jersey drivers are aggressive. I
As
can't tell you
hell.
how many near misses I've seen just because of how aggressive they can be.
Yeah, it's war with them. It's war. Yeah, the Jersey Turnpike, Monka, bro. I hate the Turnpike. I hate driving through Jersey every time. But I'm glad you're in the Pacific Northwest now and enjoying life, where there's public
Oh my
transport
god.
and doing cool
Yes.
things.
I love the drivers here. I had a friend move here and he has a Tesla, and sometimes he sends me videos of Washington drivers being very silly. I've never witnessed it. Not that I drive very much, but sometimes I am in a car every once in a while. And I haven't seen these crazy drivers. Usually the drivers I see are very chill. They're pretty polite, and even from the pedestrian side, um, like drivers tend to be pretty polite. I rarely see drivers doing crazy things. It's definitely the opposite of New Jersey. Like New Jersey, I'm scared to walk around sometimes.
Oh
Like I,
yeah.
I think a car is gonna like run me over before it'll let me cross the street, and even if it's my turn to go. Whereas here,
Mm.
I feel very comfortable.
All right. All right. All right. Let's get back on track with the interview. Sorry, I had to deviate with the whole Jersey
No
arc.
worries.
Let me ask you this: what does your community mean to you, and how has their support influenced your content?
Ooh, I guess my community. What do they mean to me? They mean a lot to me, honestly. I wouldn't be here without them.
True.
They've supported me through so much. They supported me through my decision to drop out of the JET program. Um, just all the breaks I've taken. There's 2 years in a row where I took a month off in April because I had burned myself out. I've learned a bit better balance since then, and they've been really patient
Mm,
with me. They harass the shit out of me, but in a good way.
okay. Okay.
Ryan,
Oh,
what?
Ryan. Ryan called out. Ryan called out.
No, but everyone's been really, really sweet to me. I'm honestly surprised, especially the internet being the way it is. You would expect to see more bad actors out there, but um, thankfully, I've had very few instances where people were rude or malicious towards me, and I've met a lot of really wonderful people. And this might be parasocial of me, but it feels like I'm just hanging out with friends whenever I'm streaming.
Hey, what's up, Cat Pie Yum? What's going on?
Bye.
Yep. Okay. Okay. You sounding better, Gato? Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm like somewhere between 80 and 90% there. It's just this lingering cough that's going to probably take me a long time to get rid of. Not excited about that. Okay. So let's talk about your artistic endeavors. Like, you're in the art category a lot on Twitch. So with nearly 5 years of art streams under your belt, how has your approach to creating art on stream evolved?
Ooh, that's actually a really good one. So when I first started streaming, I definitely started in art and just continued in art. But at the very beginning, I was very timid because I didn't know a lot about what I was doing. And I actually had people come in like JD21 and Lopi. They they actually helped me learn so much about 3D that I just didn't know. Because I went into it, I went into the art category as like a little lost puppy trying to figure out 3D on my own.
Oh, wow.
And I've definitely learned so much thanks to people who have come by and helped me when I was struggling, and just the people I've met that have influenced me and made me more and more interested in doing 3D art. It's definitely gone from extremely scuffed to not too scuffed.
Gato, she uses Blender as Photoshop. This is insane, says BG Electron.
Wait, that's so true. That's so true. So I have a redeem for a Bunny University diploma, which I don't remember how the joke started, but I was like, oh yeah, you want a degree? I got you. You know, college, waste your time and money, but Bunny University. Now that's a good use of your time and money. Only 5,000 carats, you can get a degree in anything. So
Mm.
to get the degree, I have it on it's a Blender file with a 2D, like it's just a plane, and then I have text over it, and I textured the plane to have little scuffed ribbons, and
On my LinkedIn.
I open it every time, and I just change the text to someone's name and then the degree, and I'm like, woohoo, yay!
Wow. I was still wondering if it's possible to use Blender as Photoshop or Illustrator, says Northstar. It looks like it is. It still looks like it is. Which is kind of funny because I've seen a lot of artists. There's a meme circulating. Like, you remember during the Olympic shooter phase? It was happening just this last Olympics, and how, like, the
Yeah.
one, what was it, the Polish dude just, like, went out there and, like, not to let it out that he may or may not be the secret agent, but he just like hand in pockets, single shoots, hits targets and stuff. Like, and then other people have like really complicated shooter setups. The meme was like GIMP and Blender as an artist, and people are crushing it. And then there's like other ones with like Maya, Photoshop, Lightroom, all kinds of other tools and stuff. I see a lot of Twitch streamers like, yeah, GIMP and Blender are the right price, and they've
Hell
learned how to
yeah.
do a lot of really amazing things with these simple tools. Like Boom's in the chat has an artist badge because Boom is also an awesome artist within Blender. You can do a lot in GIMP. Yeah, GIMP's pretty good.
No love for 3D Max.
Ah, sorry, this cough is awful, dude. All right, let's continue.
No
Um,
worries.
you've clocked. Do you realize you've clocked over 1,900 hours in art category? And how do you stay motivated to consistently create?
That is an insane amount of hours. It's crazy to think about. Um, yeah, I have struggled here and there with burnout with art, which is why actually this week I'm not doing any art. I'm just playing games and
Oh, nice.
trying to relax a bit. But for a while, I when I first started streaming, I would stream 5 times a week. I tried to stream 4 to 6 hours,
Oh,
and that really burnt me out. That was way too much, um, especially with something like art, which requires your creativity. And I think you only have so much at a time. I think it's like random how much you have. And if you try to pull more than there is, that's when burnout starts to happen. And
Okay.
I tried my hardest to keep up with that. And it really messed me up. And so I took a month off and then I started doing better. And then I did it again. Then I did it again. I was like, yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna keep streaming a bunch. And then for a while, um, I was down to streaming once a week. I was like, this is all I can manage. I want to get back to streaming really slowly.
Oof.
And that was 2023 was when I was like very slowly getting back into streaming. Was it 23 or 2024? I actually don't even remember anymore. All these years are blending
Boy.
together. I think it was 2023. Um, and then slowly but surely, I was adding on days. So the joke is that I only stream on Mondays. So if I'm streaming, it must be Monday. When I added a second day, it's like, oh, so this is the second Monday of the week.
Nice. Nice.
And now I'm up to 4 streams a week, and I'm really proud of that. I feel that this is the most sustainable I've been streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And I do break up the art with other things. So I've been playing games a lot more recently, and that's been really, really good. Really, really good for not being burnt out. Art is definitely, yeah, it's something that really takes a lot out of you. And I don't know how other people do it, if I'm being honest. I don't know how other people are able to do art so consistently and so much. Maybe it's something I'm missing, but I feel like this is the only balance I've been able to find is just, twice a week art and then twice a week gaming, and that for me has been really sustainable. I've definitely had to learn that the hard way though.
Hmm. Yeah, Boom made the comment. 4 Mondays a week. Oh dear God.
4 Mondays, four.
Also, you've done something really positive, which is, your stretchies, your workout content.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really good content. And you do encourage your community to stretch with you. I have done a few stretches with you, believe it or not, like in chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
how exciting! Yes, I
I'm
try to
I'm
caution
not
people
as
because I
flexible.
do. Yeah, I do pretty advanced stuff because I've been working on getting my front splits, and I want to start adding in middle splits as well. But yeah, the stretches I do are quite difficult. But I'm so happy to hear when people are like, "Oh, I started stretching because of you," or I started moving around a bit more. It makes me so happy,
I am
just
not
because
doing a
we
front split, dude.
front splits, let's go, Gato front splits 2025. You heard it here first.
No, not happening, bro. Not happening, Chunky. Oh,
Oh, but stretching's really good for you. We sit at our desks so much in
oh
modern
yeah, it's
society. We
bad.
just sit
It's
down,
bad.
and that'll make your hamstrings so tight and your
Hmm.
quads overstretched. So just getting up and moving your legs around and stretching those out, it's so good for you. So good for you.
Yep, yep. And like, no, your channel's been good for me because you preach stretching and hydration. And this cat has had the gamer clots in the calves before. They're not great.
Ooh.
I'll go to the emergency room for that. Yeah, don't like listen to Niche. Hydrate and stretch. Like, don't sitting at a desk.
Mhm.
She's absolutely right. Is detrimental to your health. Like, a new stretch goal added, bro. I ain't gonna be doing front splits anytime soon, but yes, I will be stretching more, and I especially go hang out with Niche and stretch with her. Um, all right. Many of your projects involve Blender. What drew you to 3D modeling, and do you have a favorite project?
Ooh, so I did mention before, VR chat kind of opened my eyes to the realm of 3D modeling, and it's just been a rabbit hole since. Um, Blender Blender's just so easy to get into. Um, it's free. There's all those tutorials out there. I got into it back when 2.8 just dropped, so that was a huge transitional point from 2.7 to 2.8 was the huge UI change. Thankfully, I didn't have to worry about any of it because I was starting off on the new stuff.
Oh wow.
Uh, Can you repeat the question again? I forgot where I was going with this.
Many of your projects involve Blender. What drew you to 3D modeling? Which you answered was VR chat and making custom
Hmm.
models. And then, do you have a favorite project?
My favorite project. Ooh. Hmm. Now that one, I don't know. I think I really liked the sculpt of Emaru I made, even though she looks kind of creepy. I'm not very good at real life likenesses, but I did a sculpt of Emaru because I was just having my simp moment where I was like, ooh, hee hee, Emaru is so cute. I want to make something cool. And so I was like, I'll sculpt her. I'll make like a little bust of her. And I was honestly really proud of it. I really struggled to get a nice render. I'm still not happy, even though I did a new render over on Blue Sky. I'm still not entirely happy with it, but
Hmm.
I'm really proud of that one just because it was something I'd never done before, and I had the mm, I guess the strength or like the courage to do that on stream. Because
Oh,
oftentimes when I
nice.
work on something I've never tried before, I get very timid. I'll get frustrated very easily because it's easy for when I'm stuck. I do. People want to help you when you're stuck, and I struggle with taking help sometimes, and it'll make me more upset than help, which I feel
Oof.
bad about. That's just a big me problem, though. I've always been like that. So it'll make me want to end stream a lot faster if I'm working on something that's frustrating me than if I'm working on something I'm like, oh, this is a walk in the park. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Well, it's just like gaming. You're getting backseated via Blender, and that probably can get annoying at times. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's annoying. Um,
Yeah, I do really appreciate people trying to help though. So it's always conflicting because I never want to shoot people down, right? And be like, oh, please don't help me. Like this isn't helpful because it's like, oh, I do want your help, but I just suck at taking help. So
I
I'd prefer
gotcha.
that you didn't. This might be helpful if I wasn't being a little gremlin, little brat right now.
Ryan says, "Help me, step chat. I'm stuck." And then also, BG Electron actually mentioned a recent project of yours that I think came out really great. Was the snow globes?
Oh, the snow globes.
They're
Yes.
yeah, they're so
Those are
cute.
really
They're
fun.
beautiful, cute. I like them.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's my yearly tradition. Every year for Christmas, I try to make something that like a your character here kind of project where I can insert people's OCs and make something to give back to the community, usually for uh, I think not too crazy of a channel point price. It's usually around 7,000 points. Um and then I can give back to the people who've been sitting there listening to me yap nonstop.
Mm, okay. And then I did notice you do monthly art challenges. How do you come up with the themes for your monthly art challenges? And what has been your favorite theme so far?
Ooh, so the monthly art challenge, what I do is I open a thread at the beginning of the month. I let people put in their ideas of what they want to be the theme for that month, and then the weekend before I'm going to do the challenge, I'll start a poll with those themes, and then we vote, and whichever one wins is what the theme is, and that's resulted in some interesting themes. One time Chinese zodiac and cyberpunk tied, so we did both. We
Oh,
did both in one. And I think that one was probably my favorite theme because it was such a strange crossover, but a very good crossover. I don't think I did anything very good for it. I tried to make a stream layout, and I was like, wow, I graphic design is not my passion.
oh wow.
But I got to try something new. So it was fun. And everyone else did really cool stuff. I really enjoyed seeing the things. I enjoy seeing the things that people come up with each prompt and each challenge.
No, that's really cool. I think crowdsourcing to the community is awesome because, then they have ownership of, what art's going on. I'd also be
Yeah.
afraid of some trolls trying to manipulate things, but that's more my community.
Uh,
They love to troll me.
yeah. Now, thankfully, people aren't too trolly with that. I did have so a long time ago, the kind of like, I guess, origin event that led to this was I did a 24-hour challenge
Oh
where
wow.
for 24 hours you had 24 hours to make a full VR chat model from scratch. And I let people vote on that theme, and the theme was excessive jiggle physics.
Wow. Wow. That sounds like a really awesome science experiment. Not gonna lie.
It ended up being cool, but it felt very trolly that was like that was the winner by a landslide.
Oh, I forgot to take away the toys. I forgot to take away the toys. My community's trolling me right now. Thank you, little hollow. Thank you. Yep. Yep. There they go. There they go. They're like, oh wait, the toys are out. Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's like a domino effect.
Exactly. Yep. They go hog wild. Yeah, my community trolls pretty hard. No problem. Thank you. Thank you. I'm dying, says BG Electron. Yes, thank you. What advice would you give someone? Oh. I forgot to take away the toys. Oh my god. Thank you for the bits. What advice would you give someone new to Blender or digital art?
Ooh. So for Blender specifically, I would
It's okay,
recommend
Namori.
looking at Grant Abbott's tutorials. Everyone's always like, "Oh, the Blender donut, the I hate the Blender donut.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a Blender donut enthusiast. I like Grant Abbott because he teaches in a way that reminds me of what I learned in college.
Okay.
So, side fact, I actually started my degree as music education. And then I ended up switching to music with no specialization because I was like, I need to get out of here. I hate this. And it was a lot less credit requirement, a lot
Okay.
less involved. But I did learn a lot about education and how to teach someone. And I really like Grant Abbott's. Hold on. I feel like I'm saying his name wrong. Let me double check that. Let me fact check myself really quickly. But I do not like the blender or the donut tutorial at all for learning.
It was good to learn, but almost too much at once, so I had to go back to it many times. Yeah, the Blender donut, like, you're not gonna absorb it, like, just going through it once. It takes multiple passes.
Yeah, I think Grant Abbott, that is his name, so I was
Okay.
saying it right.
Alright.
The way he teaches is he'll explain something to you, and then he'll after he explains it, then he encourages you to try it on your own before he gives you like the answer, basically. So he lets you apply the
Oh,
things that you're learning so that it actually sticks.
okay. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Grant Abbott.
I
That
really
is the name.
appreciate it. Yeah, I'll write it in the chat for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I need to get back in the Blender. I've done very limited things in there, but it is a very powerful program. All right, let's talk about my community's been trolling me. But let's talk about your community and their interaction. Your community loves to make you bald. How did this hilarious tradition start, and what do you think of it?
So it's a very recent tradition. I recently, so for Halloween, I made a model that was like it's supposed to be myself in like a costume, a Lele costume from the Coffin of Andy and Lele. 'Cause I really enjoyed that game. I thought Lele's character design was really cute. And when I did that, I think it was a fake. He was like, "Oh, I really like this hair. Do you think you could have that as a toggle for your main model?" And I was like, "Oh, sure." So after Halloween passes, I was like, "Oh, how do I do this?" So basically, what I do is I have my hair as separate objects.
Mm-hmm.
So when I upload a new model, it's bald, and then the hair is already in the like in Wardo, and I don't have to worry about it. I just upload a bald model, and I was like, well, I guess if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna have a hot swap between the two, why not also have a bald? I think that would be good. And it was absolutely the worst decision ever. I've given chat too much power. Oh, it's great. I love it.
Man, okay. So they love making you be the Asmongold. Okay. Okay.
Yes, they
Um
love my receding hairline.
uh okay. Okay. All right, but you also engage your community. I've been in your Discord, like heavily in Discord.
Ooh,
How do you foster creativity engagement within your Discord, especially with your art challenges?
ooh. I think it just kind of naturally happens in there. I don't interact in my Discord as much as I used to. Um, but I do love when people post things. I try to, at the bare minimum, like react to people's work that they share, and also I just love to tell people what I love about their about their work, and
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy encouraging people's creativity. For example, Gray DP, he's been around since I first started streaming. He was like he helped me out way in the beginning, and I've loved seeing his growth and his art journey over the years and seeing him improve over time. I love that he shares so much. um, I think just being encouraging of other people's art and their journey, and when they have questions, being there to try and help them. I think that has probably been the major thing that maybe contributes to people being open with sharing their creativeness and wanting to take part in all of these challenges.
Mm, interesting. Very cool. Um,
Thank you.
well, speaking of the art that they create, what's the most memorable piece of fan art or community creation you received?
Oh wow, I have a really good one. Oh man, I don't think I have it readily available, but a long time ago, my friend JD, um, who I met through streaming, and found my stream. He made a fan art of me, but it was on this like super buff sculpt, and it looks so hilarious.
You're like
I love it
shredded
so much.
buff niche.
I'm absolutely shredded. I'm massive. Oh man, I don't. Can I find this? I'm sure it's pinned somewhere.
That'd be
Uh,
cool. That's cool. All right,
might
I'll
have been
give you.
in memes, maybe. Oh yes, I found it.
Very cool. Very cool. DM me a
Can I
picture.
post links in chat? Oh, I'll DM it to you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or you can post. I don't think you can post it in chat, but yeah, DM it to me and then I'll put it in chat. Okay. Let's see here. Oops, I gotta jump to the bottom. Oh my god. All right. Damn, you are shredded. Shredded.
Absolutely shredded.
All right, hold on. Let's see if I can get Firefox up. Let's take this little deviation real quick. I need to shrink Firefox down first, and then I'll bring it forward in just a moment here. Firefox, paste and go. Okay, and then let me bring Firefox up. There you go, Gatos. You are beyond shredded. You are swole as hell. Check that out. That is,
Truly a masterpiece.
that is ultra buff niche. Check it out. Check it out. Very cool. Hey, what's up, Claudius? Welcome. Got an interview going on. Um, okay. Okay. Um,
I do want to say that's probably the most memorable one, but I love all fan art that I get. It always makes me feel so spoiled and special whenever someone makes fan art of me. I'm always like, oh, this is amazing.
yeah, I never expect it. Like every time, like I'm like, what the hell? What? Why are you doing this? What inspired you? But sometimes they're just inspired, and I love it.
Yes.
Um, okay. All right. So, how do you balance being both a community leader and a content creator?
Ooh, that's definitely something that I wouldn't be able to do without the help of my mods. Mostly
Oh.
my main mod, Trace. he's helped me out so much over the years with moderating because we tend to have opposite sleep schedules. So Trace will often catch. I don't know why it's always when Trace is up, but he'll oftentimes catch the anything that's gone wrong in the Discord. He usually catches it and then he'll let me know about it, which has been a godsend.
Mm-hmm.
And as well as JD and Lopi as well. They both they're technically not moderators, but whenever they see something, they let me know, which I really really appreciate from them. Um, and trying to manage all of that has been a lot, but I do really appreciate the help I've gotten
All right.
from all the wonderful people I've met.
Yeah, mods are awesome. They're good chuds. Yeah. All right. You can move in the frame. You don't have to hide behind me. Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask you another question. All right. Now you're starting to get into variety. Like you used to be mostly exclusively art.
I'm gonna beat up COVID.
I know. I hate COVID so much. Actually, you started gaming more, and then one of this, I caught quite a few streams. You've been playing Alien Isolation.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance gaming streams with art content?
Well, I guess so. I did start gaming more as kind of a way to break up the art content. So that actually helps me to balance things rather than it being like, oh, how do I balance these things? I've honestly been really surprised that people stick around so much for the gaming content. Because I did used to game a little bit when I was streaming way too much. At one point, when I was streaming 6 times a week, my sixth stream would be Tales of Symphonia. I was playing that on Saturdays, and it was there was usually like a major drop off in views, which I didn't really care, and still don't care. I honestly just enjoy hanging out with people. But I was surprised to see that there isn't really a drop off in the amount of people that show up for um, gaming days. I was like, oh,
Stay for
like if
niche.
it was me, I wouldn't watch the gaming stuff. I think watching games is pretty hit or miss to me. So it always really surprises me to see that a lot of people stick around for it.
Yeah, yeah. There's a 7TV emote called Game Time, and it like takes down the viewership. Um, and that's I think
Oh
I
man.
that's kind of representative. But there are core members. There are core members.
I'm sorry. Ryan said yes. God damn it.
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
so I was playing Life is Strange, and there's a part where the guy says yes sir, and then he kicks the table, and then it's so funny. I'm not over it. No.
Oh no, it still gets you. The funny bone is. Oh, you tickled it, Ryan. You got her going. There goes the facial
No.
tracking. There goes you broke her. You officially broke her.
We're good. We're good.
Nice.
No,
Nice.
no, yes sir, no, yes sir.
Bro, she laughed for like 5 minutes straight. Nice. Nice.
It got me so good. It got me.
Oh man. I remember this in New Year's. I got mild going pretty good. Oh.
Oh, my cheeks. They hurt from smiling so much.
Nice. All right. Speaking of gaming, are there any other games you'd love to stream and explore in the future?
Ooh, definitely not Persona 5. I'm kidding.
Oh, shots
um,
fired, Ryan.
I do want to play Persona 5 at some point. I really do. I've only heard good things about it. Let's see. Since I just finished Life is Strange, I do want to play the prequel game. I forgot what it was called, but that's definitely up next. And I wanted to stream Amori, but I'm conflicted if I do want to play it on stream because I've gotten mixed interest from it. Last time I was like, oh, maybe I could play this. Everyone was like, no, Alien Isolation, which I understand is because Alien Isolation is a pretty cool game.
No, it's a horror
I'm so
masterpiece.
curious about Amori.
Mm.
Yeah, so I've only heard good things about Amori, and I heard it was like one shot, which I really enjoyed playing as well. So I don't know. That might be on the list at some point. Oh, there was one that Chunky recommended. It was like a dating sim, but it's got like Eldritch Beast girls. I don't remember
Mm.
what it was called.
Wait, did you finish Five Hearts Under One Roof?
I did. I romanced Sausage Man, and I was very happy. Sucker for Love. Yes, that
What?
was the game. Sucker for Love.
Oh, Sucker for Love. Wait, you're not gonna go romance Gran or any of the other ladies?
Oh, I did technically 100% the game after stream.
Oh, you went off stream. You played it off stream for science. I see how it is. I see how it is. The community missed out. You 100%ed it. Damn, Gatos. Damn.
Listen, Grant.
Oh,
That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, Grant.
oh, yes. You briefly played Elden Ring. What was your impression of it, and would you revisit it? Niche got
Ooh,
involved, yeah.
I I really love Souls-like games. So Elden Ring was kind of like, ooh, yes, another Souls-like game to play. I love this so much. But it's so open world and there's so many things to do that I've never finished it. I played quite a bit. 'Cause the game itself is really fun, but I think there's just so much content that it became overwhelming for me. And yeah, I still haven't finished it. But that new Elden Ring game that's supposed to come out, that's not
Mm.
Elden Ring, but Elden Ring, the I forgot what it was announced
Oh yeah, yeah,
during
yeah,
the Game Awards.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. That sounds really fun.
Apparently that might be like an online game with multiplayer, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Did you
very
play
exciting.
Liza P? That one's a pretty good one. Like that one takes
Oh,
a
I
lot of
haven't played that one.
that one takes a lot of the lessons learned from a lot of different Souls games and kind of like combines them all to be its own unique like game. Liza P,
Ooh,
I recommend. That one's pretty fun, and it's
I'll
not as
definitely give it a
big.
look.
It's not as big. It's pretty linear, which is actually appreciated in my opinion. Um,
Ooh, yes, I love the linear design of Dark Souls One, especially that's just one of my favorites that I go back to pretty often. I don't oftentimes play through the whole thing, but I'll ring both bells and then call it a day. I really love the design of it.
uh, and then Lunker says if you want to be on the pulse, you should play Me Side.
Oh yeah, everyone's been playing that game. I feel like I can't because I watched Koji play it, so I kind of well, I didn't see the whole thing, so I don't really know what happens, but I think I
Mm,
kind of know what's up, so it's already been spoiled for me.
mm,
I might give it a go. Who knows?
okay. All right. And then as part of your variety, we've already talked about it. It's your workout and stretchies and stuff. How do you prepare for a yoga slash stretch workout stream?
Ooh, so basically, I have to. I have so many things to put on. I forgot one of my pieces of hardware. I have a heart rate monitor for when
Okay.
I stretch. Um,
Right
so
on it.
I have to put on my heart rate monitor. I have to turn on all of my VR stuff. I have to make sure everything's set in OBS and working. It takes quite a bit. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get ready for, and then I have to pull up the stretch video. Sometimes I'll switch it up, but for the most part, I keep using the same one because it's nice. It's consistent. I already know what to do, so I don't have to focus too much on it, and I can talk while I'm stretching.
Mm.
Um, I used to go to hot yoga beforehand and then do the stretch stream
Oh
afterwards,
dear.
but I stopped doing that
That
because
sounds like a
that
recipe
was
to
a lot.
pass out.
I mean, I didn't mind it at the time, but thinking about it now, I'm like, wow. I was going to hot yoga 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week. Now I just go once. I was a little addicted to it. So I would do a bunch of things afterwards. And one of those things was stretching on the stream. So I was like, oh, I got to do this on stream too. And I want to work towards getting my stretch in. And honestly, it's kind of a good thing because then I'd be warm going into the stream. and you don't really want to stretch cold muscles because then it takes a lot longer and you have more a higher chance of hurting yourself,
Hmm.
which I've kind of done. My one of my, I think it might be something next to my hamstring doesn't feel very good
Uh-oh.
when I'm stretching. It's not painful, so I don't think it's very serious. I've been quite light on it to try and let it like heal, but it's been taking a while. So I'm like, no, hurry up, please. I want to stretch normally. Dang it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. And then Geofracture Games wants to know when and how did you come up with Fake Seattle?
So fake Seattle stems from I thought a cool redeem to have would be to have New Jersey facts when I was living in New Jersey. And those were real New Jersey facts up until I ran out of them because I realized there's only so many things about New Jersey to tell. So at some point, I had to start making them up and they became fake New Jersey facts. And when I
Mm.
moved, I was like, well, why not tell facts about Seattle? And then that's just evolved into its whole lore, its own universe. Fake Seattle is a whole thing.
Wow, you can make it reality in a video game.
Very true. Ooh, Fake
Yeah,
Seattle, the video game.
true, true. Okay. Um. All right, and then you kind of answered this already, but I'll still ask it. Do you find that varying your content keeps your creative juices flowing, or do you prefer sticking to one genre?
Yeah, definitely keeps the creative juices flowing. I get exposure to more things. Like sometimes I'll see things in a video game. I'm like, oh, I really like how that looks, or that's so interesting, or I just get really into an idea. And then I think that really helps with the creative juices. I didn't mention this, but touching grass and being exposed to other things helps so much with maintaining creativity. If I'm not consuming new things, um, just going outside and experiencing things, I feel like I run dry of creativity so quickly because I have nothing to draw on.
Mm, very cool.
Mhm.
So you guys, yeah, you heard it here. Go out there, touch some grass. Get out there, chat. Um, all right. Challenges and triumphs. What has been the biggest challenge you faced as a content creator, and how did you overcome it?
Ooh. So I think definitely the biggest thing was overcoming burnout. Um, I felt very well every time I got burnout or burnt out. I would feel quite, I was depressed and really bad about it, and it was very difficult to get out of that headspace. Kind of putting myself down, like, oh,
Hmm.
you're just not good at art, or you're just not like you're not built like the other streamers. Because I would look up to a lot of people and I'd see them doing art so much, and they're able to just sit there and grind it all out. And I would think about how people would do this for a career even. And for a while, I've also been wanting to get a job in potentially in video games, making character art for games. Though that's that's a whole other thing. But um, realizing that like I can't do this for a job, I can't just get burnt out. I have to constantly produce, and thinking about stuff like that actually made me kind of spiral more and more. And I think just trying to take it easy and try to not treat it like a job and embrace creativity, going out and experiencing new things, not just staying at home. Starting hot yoga last year was huge, huge for me because it forces me to go outside because I'm paying for this membership. I'm not just gonna sit on my ass. I have to use it.
Yep.
I don't like wasting money. So like going out and seeing people, even if I don't really talk to them, even if like I'm just in a room sweating with a bunch of randos, I think going outside and getting a fresh air really helps with kind of
Hmm.
keeping those kind of thoughts away and maintaining that creative drive, just experiencing all these things and just not staying inside my head. Yoga in general is really great for it's kind of being head empty, big McTuh, big cat with McDonald's hat, McDonald's fries on head as hat. No
Okay.
thoughts.
Nice. Nice. You just go on. enjoy. That's cool.
Yeah.
Can you share a moment where you felt particularly proud of something you accomplished on stream?
Ooh, I think probably the 24-hour challenge was really huge to me. Um, it's the one time I've ever done a 24-hour stream. I I'd never done one before, and I've never done one since. And there's it's for a reason. It's for a reason. It was quite a lot, but I often struggle with finishing anything. I struggle with finishing projects, and that really forced me to sit there and just work and give it my all. And it might not have been like a crazy stream like, oh, I've got a bajillion viewers and got like a bajillion follows or anything like that, but I think just being able to sit there with other people who are also partaking in the challenge, and we were working together. I could look at their streams and we were all kind of motivating each other to work through the night. I did finish. I made like a cute little axolotl girl, and it wasn't the best, but I was really proud of myself for sitting there and finishing it.
Mm,
I even took a 4-hour nap.
nice, nice. Yeah, I I owe my community one of those. I'm a little bit terrified.
Uh
Um,
oh.
but I think I'm gonna pair it with playing Final Fantasy 14 because I heard
Ooh, yes.
you can get lost in that game. So,
Absolutely, you absolutely can.
now, as a former WoW player, I think very much, very much possible. So time will just vanish.
Hmm.
Okay. I did notice on Twitter you got recognized as a small VTuber word highlighted you as a hidden gem. How has that recognition impacted you?
I guess not too much. I was surprised at the category it was put into. It's like, oh, I think I was in the VR chat category. At the time, I think I'd only just started doing, or I hadn't been doing stretch streams in VR chat too long. And I was like, wait, why am I in this category? I'm like predominantly an art streamer. I
Yep,
thought that was a little strange and silly, but then I think it made me think like, you know what, VR chat's kind of cool.
I gotcha.
maybe maybe I don't mind being put into this category. Outside of that, I guess it didn't really impact too much.
Yeah, but I think it highlights that you are recognized and you're known on the platform. I mean, that's a small
Yeah,
accomplishment. Uh,
yeah, no, it did feel really cool to be nominated for something like I had no idea that anything was happening until one day someone just was like, "Oh my god, did you see this? You got nominated. Like you're a
mm,
finalist." And I was like, "What? What's happening? What is this? This is crazy." It felt really good. I've never been nominated for anything like that, let alone been in like the final selection.
yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, oh, this next question. You kind of talked about it already, but let's ask it anyways. How do you handle burnout or creative blocks, especially with such a consistent streaming schedule?
Yeah, again, just breaking up art with other things, going out, touching grass. I actually found I went on a little camping trip over the summer where I watched the Perseids meteor shower. I forgot how you pronounce it, but when I came back from that, I for some reason was like, yeah, I'm gonna stream for like 7 hours. I was
Oh,
gonna do
wow.
art for 7 hours. I was locked in, um, and really like just going out and getting away from the computer and experiencing really fun things, really unique things, really beautiful things helps so much with keeping that
Mm,
creativity going. Because if you're just kind of sitting here like consuming the same things, not seeing anything new, I feel like it's really easy to kind of lose yourself, lose inspiration, lose motivation. So, um, yeah, go touch grass. Go touch grass. It's good for you.
do it. Do it. Do it. Okay. Um, what is the most surprising thing you've learned about yourself through streaming?
I think the most surprising thing is that I actually like talking to people. Um, you may not believe me, but I'm very shy. I'm not very social at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like talking to people. Or at least I thought so, but On Twitch, I don't know. I really enjoy just talking, just yapping. I can yap all day. Just yap about nothing for hours and hours on end, get distracted by anything. But in reality, like in real life, I'm very, very timid. I have a hard time talking to people, making new friends, approaching people. Even like something as simple as ordering food at a place I haven't been to before, that terrifies me.
Oh
Just,
wow.
oh, I have to interact with people. I don't know how it works here. Oh, I'm scared. So,
Mhm.
yeah, just finding out that I do actually like talking to people is crazy to me. I think it's slowly starting to infect me in real life too, where I don't feel as shy talking to people anymore. I actually, at the yoga place I go to, I made friends with one of the front desk girls. I actually talk to her on Discord sometimes, which is crazy to me. I like, whoa, making friends with a Seattle native, that's crazy, unheard of.
Wow. And then if it's over Discord, yeah, she can end up in your chat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh, I miss Lonker's comment, but he says there's no grass. It's winter. You can touch the snow or the ice. Just don't
Yeah,
slip on
touch
it.
the snow.
Touch the snow. And then Joshua calls you the Yap Queen, which is awesome. Like a lot of people don't think yapping is good content. I think it's awesome because that's what Twitch is all about. It's all about the interactivity. Like that's why
Big
when
true, just yapping.
yeah, like if that's why you go into a game and then you don't yap as much, the viewership goes down, in my opinion. Because like yeah, they're there for the interactivity. We as streamers try our best to keep yapping while gaming, but it's hard to balance that and also perform well in a video game. So. And then
Mhm.
Chunky says, and now she's collecting VTuber waifus. They grow so much. Can you expand upon the VTuber waifus?
So, around the time where I want to say like the end of 2021, my first year of streaming, I think I don't remember how this happened, but I ended up having like two streamer wives,
Oh wow.
where at some point, um, I think the shared people between my and Rainhead's community are like, you guys
Mm.
are like married, and I was like, yeah, that's my wife, and we just went with it.
Oh nice.
And then I did the same thing with Rat Lord, and then she was also my wife. And then everyone's like, "Whoa, Nisha's just collecting wives." I've just not stopped since. Now
Mm.
everyone is my waifu now. If there's
Nice.
any female art streamers out there, they are my waifu.
Oh
Just
nice.
wait until I get my hands on them.
Nice. Watch out, Boom. She's coming for you. She's coming for you. Um.
I'm coming, boom.
All right. But no interest in an orange cat. I see how it is. Hide your female form, Gato.
Listen, female form?
Yeah, I have a sexy jutsu or a sexy no jutsu. I do.
Are you interested in being my next wife?
Niche, how does one develop their improv skills as good as you for the fake Seattle? Oh, boom, redeem the sexy new jutsu because I forgot to turn it off. Fuck. How does one develop their improv skills to be as good as you for your fake Seattle facts?
Ooh, I guess just trial and error. I've been doing them for 3 years now, something like that. It's been a really long time. So yeah, I guess I've just over time learned to come up with stuff on the spot. Oftentimes, I'll just kind of look around. I'll look outside, look in my room, and be like, is there something here I can pull off of? Like there was a fact I did about moss. Oh. I'm a little distracted. I mean, I did a fact about moss the other day, and it's because I saw moss outside, and I was like, "Yep, we're gonna talk about tree people and the moss."
All right, all right, all right. Sorry. Gotta get the position here. I'm not gonna use the voice changer. That's a little much right now. Sometimes I use the voice changer. A lot of chatters don't like the voice changer. Some of them do. Like it's a goth mommy or goth like a smoky, very smoky, like pack a day smoky goth mommy voice changer that I usually use. Uh, but yes, this is my sexy no jitsu form. I am a cat maid.
Very nice.
Very
Respectfully.
nice. Respectfully. Yeah, she does have jiggle physics. She is a playable character. I saw the heart
Hey
eyes.
guys,
I
I'm gonna
did.
go rub one out.
No, I'm
Well,
okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. Rub one out? Excuse me?
Oh, well, it's okay. I told you, my community, I gave them toys. I gave them toys. Sound alerts.
The sound that makes me come.
And I forgot to take them away. So, in my world, as a cat, there is a scratching post that I can literally.
Double-fisted, and it hurts.
Yes, I am getting double fisted right now. Thank you, Gatos. Thank you. But yes, in my community. So the toys. Don't make me take them away. I will take them away. In my cat world, there's a scratching post. And I can go and go get rubbies and go rub up against them to, scratch my neck and stuff. And so I jokingly, went over to go rub one out. I was like, hey guys, I'm going to go rub one out over on this scratchy post. And I was like scratching it. And then they're like, Gato, we clipped it. It has to be a sound alert. And then I was like, bro, I ain't giving you guys that sound alert for free. 69 subs. 69 subs. And I thought, like, nah, they're not gonna hit it. Like, that's a lot of money. Bro. They fucking crushed that sub goal for the month. And then I was like,
Of course.
well, I have to follow through. So yeah. Yeah, so now I have that embarrassing sound alert, and that tradition continued. There's that one, there's double fisted, there's and then there's like I have a sus sound for when I was playing Card Shop. Have you played Card Shop? TCG Card Shop? You might play that one. That one's fun.
I haven't played it, but I think I have seen gameplay of it.
Yeah, you run your own little, comic book / card shop where you sell like Pokemon card type things. Also, it has crowd.
I've seen it.
Yeah, also it has crowd control, so that makes it to where your community can have some toys as well. But in that one, like I got like a like 4K $1,000 card, and like I made a very sus sound, and they clipped that, and that became a sound alert. So it's a tradition. New streamer bamboozled again. Yes, exactly. Boom. Like you put these like far reach goals out there, and you're like, no, they're not gonna do that, bro. Torching streamers, like that's their bread and butter, dude. Like,
oh no, for sure.
like
They did that for me. Rushzilla, he's another 3D artist. He told my chat, if they give me 250 subs, he'll sculpt me.
Okay.
And of course they did. Of course they did.
Oh wow. Damn. It's an art form, yeah.
Yeah. There wasn't a time limit. It did take a bit, but it did happen. And it happened a lot faster than Rush thought it would. And he was like, shit, okay. He delivered. It was really cool.
Yep. Oh yeah, and then like recently, I was raising money for Make-A-Wish International. And I have Koji to thank for this, because Koji's the one that started the momentum. I had like $1,000 stretch goal, because I was like, no way we're gonna get $1,000. Like the last year I did fundraising, we made 150 euros, and I was proud of that, like big time proud of that.
Oh, that's huge.
But, yeah. So then there was a stretch goal for a 1 chip, and I was like, we're not gonna hit that. I don't need to worry about no fucking 1 chip. Fucking Koji slams his dick and his credit card on the table and says, here's $200, Gato. Here's $200.
Oh my god.
And then it just snowballed from there. Like, I got like another 150, another 50. Like, it just, I have to eat a fucking 1 chip, and I'm terrified. Like, that night I was sweating buckets that I was like, oh shit, we might actually hit this. Oh shit, we might actually do it. And my community slammed it on the table.
Oh man.
Yeah, W Koji. Yeah, man, $200 to Make-A-Wish International is that's quite a donation. Koji's a Giga Chad, so
big Giga Chad moment.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's get this back on track here. Future plans and aspirations. Are there any new skills or tools you're excited to learn or incorporate into your streams?
That's a tough one. So for the longest time I've been sculpting in ZBrush because that's like the industry standard, and it's good to learn just to have on your resume as a skill. It's also just ridiculously fun. It's really really good at sculpting. That's like the biggest thing it does, and it does it really well. Maxon unfortunately acquired it a few years ago and got rid of the perpetual license. So now you're stuck in a subscription model, which really sucks. Um, so I think I'm probably gonna be moving back to Blender and learning how to sculpt properly in there. I did originally start sculpting in Blender, but I wasn't really satisfied with it. And then when I moved to ZBrush, I really really got into it. I love sculpting. It's all I don't even finish models anymore. I just do the sculpting phase and that's it.
Oh, wow.
But I think I might just go back to Blender for that and just be a Blender Andy for now on because yeah, I'm not about the subscription model. It's ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, it is. It is. What about GIMP? You use GIMP?
No, I just use Blender. I use Blender like a 2D processing software. I actually I do have Clip Studio Paint, which I do use kind of like Photoshop for the most part. I mean, it's got layers. It doesn't do anything fancy like a proper like there's certain tools that GIMP or Photoshop would have that Clip Studio doesn't have. But for the things that I need it to do, Clip Studio works great.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm issuing a challenge. You might try GIMP out, like for the photo stuff. Because I know you can do it in Blender, and you have the skills to do it in Blender, but like BG Electron is saying, bro, so much faster in a Photoshop-like program. And GIMP is the right price. FRW free.
That's a very good price. I can't beat that deal. Can't beat it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, for sure. I've had GIMP on and off a few times, just to do like very specific things. I'll download it and be like, okay, I've done the thing I needed to do, and then I
Uninstall it. There you go. Okay. If you could collaborate with any artist or creator, who would it be and why?
That's a really good question. A part of me is like, ooh, I would want to collaborate with like. Can I say this on stream? What am I not allowed to say?
You can say it.
I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool to do like a Bad Dragon collab? That would be so fun to sculpt like something for Bad Dragon. That'd be crazy. But I don't think I'd be able to stream that on Twitch. Outside of that, what is Bad Dragon?
Yes.
They are an adult toy company.
Oh. Okay.
Very famous adult toy company.
Okay.
They have they make very interesting products, very masterfully created,
and it hurts.
and I'm sure they have some kind of sculptor on team that works on that stuff. Honestly, if I got paid to do something like that all day, I'd be pretty happy. That'd be a crazy collab.
Okay. And what about like a creator, like any streamers or anything? Oh my god, I just looked up Bad Dragon. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh no, why did I do this in a non-incognito window? This is gonna go into my algo. No.
Oh no! I tried to warn you, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh
they make cool stuff. It's like it's kind of artistic, you know?
That was definitely artistic for sure. For sure. I have now closed that tab. And I'm gonna have to go edit my history, otherwise my algo's ruined now. Okay. But yes, back to the question. What creator? Is there a specific streamer or creator you'd want to collab with?
I'm not super huge on stream collabs because I'm so chat heavy. so I actually don't enjoy collabing, but something that is in the works eventually, when the next chapter of the Coffin of Andy and Lele comes out, I wanted to play that on stream, and I wanted to collab with Koji on that. We were gonna
Oh, nice.
voice the lines together. So whenever that happens, because the creators they're taking their time, and I'm glad for it. But I have no idea when the next chapter is gonna come out. Um, yeah, a collab with Koji voicing that would be really fun. I for his birthday, I helped voice in like the second half of the game when he was playing. I helped him with the female voices because his voice was dying. And I was like, oh god, no, let me help. And it was really really fun.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah, he's good people, so yeah, that sounds like pretty awesome. But no
Yeah,
like
he's really
Asian,
sweet.
no like Asian bunny acts or anything like that.
No. I as much as I spend a lot of time on Twitch, I usually just watch like the smaller streamers, like people that I can actually talk to and hang out with. And I guess if something were to come up, I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to do XYZ with you. I'd probably, like, more than anything, the kind of collabs I like are when I'm not streaming on my channel and I'm just on someone else's channel, because I don't feel that pressure, like, what's happening in chat? What's happening in chat? Is there something going on here? Is this working? Like, I'm just, oh, hands off. Like this. This is great, because I'm not working, quote unquote, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
Yeah, now we sent them off on a mental tangent, you and Asian bunny acts.
哦 my goodness.
1 second, I got a cough. Okay. Oof. Do you have any long-term goals or dreams for your Twitch channel and content creation?
I honestly, if Twitch could become super sustainable, I think I wouldn't mind doing this as like a main gig forever. I enjoy the people that I hang out with, but it's very conflicting too, because once you pass a certain threshold, if I were to get bigger than where I'm at now, I think it would become more difficult to talk to people. And I think the more lucrative it were to become, the more difficult it would be to be satisfying, if that makes sense. Since, like, for me, I'm just hanging out with people and I get to hear different people's perspectives on things. I get to, I don't know, just have a good time. But I think if chat was moving way too fast and I didn't know what anyone was saying, and if I had to skip virtually like 90% of chat, maybe I wouldn't want to do it as much. Maybe it would just be like, oh, who are you people?
I
Who
gotcha.
are you people? When did you get here? I don't know anything about any of you. It'd
Yeah.
feel weird.
Okay,
But-
so you're the type of streamer that likes to read every chat and connect
Yeah.
with the community, and it's a little daunting to think about, a chat moving too fast for that to be possible. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'd be nice though if I could just do this and just be like, yeah, I could just get to hang out with people. That's the dream job. I just hang out with people every day and we have a good time, and maybe I can inspire some people to start stretching, or maybe pick up their pen, maybe start doing art again. And stuff like that makes me feel very fulfilled and very happy.
Yeah, Bionic says Niche must read my insightful comments. True.
Of course.
Okay. Where do you see your art and VTuber journey heading in the next 5 years?
Oh wow. Honestly, I have no idea. Like, I've been wanting to build a portfolio so I can apply to jobs, but again, I struggle with finishing things. I've tried to make things that I'm like, okay, this will be great for my portfolio, and I drop the ball every time. So, I want to say hopefully with a job in the games industry, but sometimes I really wonder, like, I don't think I'm cut out for the games industry. I don't think I have enough in me to be able to do this as a full-time job. So who knows? Maybe just still here, learning new things and making art for me would be nice. I'd like that. But who knows? Who knows what the future holds?
That'd be nice. I don't know. It's kind of back and forth. It's like content creation. Like if you're like in like the several hundreds of viewers. I think that's where you can be hand to mouth with the income.
Mhm.
But yeah, until you get to that 1K plus 0.01%, like it's tough. It's tough to even make it financially.
Yeah, it
Uh,
really is.
yeah.
I'm still appreciative. Like, even if it's not a lot, what I do get from Twitch always really surprises me. And I'm always eternally grateful for everyone's support and the amount of things I've been able to do. Like, it's enabled me to, make sure my setup is pretty good. Even like 30 series is kind of old now, but when I got it, it was like, I think it was around the time the 30 series was dropping. And I was so happy to get a 3070 Ti. I was like, oh my God. And I wouldn't have the money to do that without everyone. And like all the things I've learned, I've gotten like courses here and there that I've taken to try and learn more about 3D modeling. Like everyone's really kind of fueled my art journey, and I'm
Mhm.
just forever grateful for that. Even if it's not enough to live off of, it's
Mhm.
still been enough to help me learn more and progress myself. And I'm very, very, very fortunate and thankful for that.
Yeah, Joshua says he's grateful for you. And then Bonus Melon says Niche has plans for world domination, but she doesn't want you to know that. Oh, interesting.
Oh wow, is that a snitch in the
And the
chat?
snitch is
Is
in the chat.
someone
Snitching? Snitching?
tisk tisk?
Okay. Uh, yeah, I don't know about if somebody asked me what I was gonna be doing in 5 years Twitch wise, like I don't even know. Like, is this platform even gonna be alive in 5 years? Like, that's a good question.
So true.
Oh, he's running. The snitch is running.
Yeah, honestly, like especially in the 3D artist sphere right now, it's a little weird. One of my friends, Gaz Minis, he just got a permaban for a
Oh,
sculpt that he made where it's like two people and then one person is grabbing the other person's butt cheeks. It's not even like a grab really. They're just like resting there. It's all like a block out. It's not even done or anywhere near being done. But he got permabanned. Like
ouch.
there's no like days, we don't have no idea. It's just for forever unless they take his appeal, which is crazy. And
That's
it's really
scary.
scary for 3D modelers because that's how we work. We have to make the form first. So what
Yeah,
do?
yeah, and then like it's art. Like it's artistic.
Yeah,
Like oh man. There's a hot minute that I think Dan and Clancy had the right intent when they did the whole artistic nudity meta. There was a hot minute.
yeah,
Like I like the intent because yeah, we see artistic nudity in actual art around the world. Like marble
yeah,
sculptures that look like skin and bodies like and it's beautiful art. And it's not sexual in nature, but holy fuck did the platform become completely different overnight.
yeah. No, it was insane. The amount of like just random channels showing twerking videos that were in the art category. Um, I don't know if this is 100% true, but I heard there was a big Brazilian streamer that told his following to go mass report the art category. So we had mass reports all over the place.
Damn.
Um, it was really a scary time. I heard your Pixon was just drawing furries with big peepees, which
Damn.
honestly I thought was really funny. I didn't think that was too like anything can be considered art and anything can be considered sexual.
Yep.
So it's hard to say if that's technically considered like, oh, this has sexual intent, you know?
Hmm.
Like if anything, it's kind of funny, you know? It's like a fun like I was talking about this earlier on stream and I likened it to drawing, penises on the side of your notes in school. Like I don't think of it as like, oh, I'm gonna beat my meat to this, it's just like ah, look at this.
Hmm.
you know?
Yep.
But
Yep.
it's very hard to draw a line of like what is considered sexual and what is just artistic, and there's no way to do that. There's no way for Twitch to do that. I'm convinced their line is whatever they think the advertisers want and don't want to see,
Yep.
and we're forever in the dark about that, and we're always just riding a line until we hit it.
Yep. And then Joshua was right. They gave an inch and everyone took a mile. Yeah. And it
Yeah.
was, I have screenshots. The whole platform just devolved into straight up porn, which was a hot 24 hours, dude. Like it was a wild time for sure. Um, uh, what one piece of advice uh, do you wish you could have given yourself when you first started streaming?
That's a tough one. I guess don't stream as much.
Don't stream as much.
Like keep the consistency, but don't stream 5 times a week. And probably just take it easy. Because
Take it easy.
I'm a little bit. I'm not a workaholic, but I'm a workaholic. Like I consider. I don't. I'm very uncomfortable if I'm not trying to work towards something. Which is why, like after college, even though I didn't know what I needed to do, I just needed to do something. And I went out and I got a job. I literally just walked into a dog salon and was like, "Can I work here?" And they were like, "Yeah, come back." And then I was dog walking for them, or like the next day.
Oh, nice.
The one time I got a job like a boomer, yeah, just go out there and ask for a job and you'll get it. I actually did.
Wow.
But yeah, I feel very uncomfortable not doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So I just felt the need to really like treat it like a job, and that I think was what really led to my first bout of burnout, was just treating Twitch too seriously. Just, relax, have fun, be consistent, but you don't have to treat it like a job.
And Amari asks, how about streaming often but few hours? And then Northstar asks, you mean I shouldn't plan for 12-hour streams? I mean,
I think everyone's different.
mhm.
What people are capable of doing and how much they're able to give them themselves is very different. I think if I streamed more often but fewer hours, that would actually stress me out more than what I do now, which is like not too often, but for like a decent chunk of time. I find that oftentimes if I have something I need to do during the day, my whole day revolves around it, right? So if I'm gonna stream, my whole day revolves around the fact that I'm gonna stream. Like when I wake up, I'm thinking, okay, I need to go stream, and then when I finish streaming, I feel like any time I have left over is decompressing after the stream.
I gotcha.
you know. So like where I'm at right now is like a very nice kind of middle ground, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Saucy says, edit clips for YouTube. Maybe. Wait, so what is your balance? Is it 2-3 days a week? And then targeting like 10 hours, 20 hours? Or
4 days a week, and then just whatever I'm willing to give. If that's like 3 hours, I think a happy amount for me, where I feel like, oh yeah, I've done a good amount, is 4 hours. But I try not to think of it like that, because it's easy to start spiraling. Like, oh, if I don't hit that amount, if I'm not able to give that amount today, I'm gonna feel bad about it. So I'd rather just be like, okay, I showed up, I'm here, and I'll give what I have. And I just try to do that 4 times a week, and I feel really good about that.
Nomori says, personally, since I have a job, I find it easier to dedicate one day to streaming rather than do it every day. Yeah, if you're also balancing a 40-hour a week job, it becomes even harder to find a good balance.
I didn't know Nomori streams.
Yeah, he
Fake fan.
does.
Wait, no, I'm following. I haven't caught a Nomori stream. What's wrong with me?
Well, there you go. It's one day a week, so you gotta have that alert bell on. Otherwise, you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know. Okay. Yeah, like I do work 40-hour job throughout the week, pest extermination, and then I stream. My goal is 20 hours a week, 3 streams. It's like targeting 5 to 6 hours, but sometimes I just get so involved in the streaming, like 8 hours, 10 hours flies by, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to be asleep like 4 hours ago. What am I doing? That's what I try to do. I tumble tards as bonus melon. Yeah, you gotta find a balance, and each person's different.
Yeah, like that amount is crazy to me. Just streaming for 8 hours and all the time just flying by. But sometimes I do get that when I'm playing games. I just fall into the groove. I think it's for art in particular where I'm like, okay, I only have so much I can give for art. But if it's a game, no, I totally get you. I can sit here and just stream for hours and not even feel it.
Yeah, a little hollow. It's 3 times a week at most, and then Namori says, "Nah, I'll try to do more than once a week." Just meant that it's easier to think this afternoon I will stream rather than do something like 2-3 hours every day. Okay. Yeah, finding the right balance again. It's to each person, especially if you have family, other obligations, other things you work on. What
Mm.
advice would you give someone thinking about becoming a streamer?
Ooh, let's see. If you're thinking about becoming a streamer, definitely don't treat it like a job.
Yep.
That's a one-way ticket to being miserable. Do it to have fun. If something cool comes of it, that's great. If nothing comes of it, that's great. Just as long as you're having a good time and you're enjoying yourself, I think you're streaming like in a good way, in a healthy way. And it's okay to take breaks. It's okay not to stream for a long time. It's okay if you don't feel like streaming, it's totally fine. I
Mhm.
think being kind to yourself and not putting yourself holding yourself up to like a crazy standard, like a maybe the consistency of a major streamer where it's their full-time job and they're making hella money from it. Don't put yourself there. Just relax, enjoy yourself, have fun, and meet wonderful people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then Gray Deepy says niche friend looks like it's on the wrong shoulder to me.
Oh, I'm flipped on your stream.
Ah, okay, okay. All right, it's mirrored. Okay. It's okay not to stream for a long time. Me not streaming for the last year, says Joshua. I mean, you have to do it for fun, especially when you start out, because it, like Niche is saying, it will burn you out in a hot minute if you're like, okay, I'm gonna treat this like a job and I'm gonna go hard until, I'm a 1K, 2K, 3K, 10K, 5K streamer. Like it's not gonna happen overnight. Like unless you have streamer friends within the industry, it's not gonna happen overnight. I promise you that.
Mm.
Like it's all about having fun, finding the right balance. And some people it's like one stream a year, and some people it's 5 days a week, 7 days a week. It just depends on the person. I did it. It did honestly. I felt like I always had to be on personality-wise, says Joshua.
Yeah, it that can be really really draining. Like I saw a question earlier about if I stream when I'm like sad or not feeling well. Um
From the
and
AI.
streaming when you're not like there is really rough. I have done it, and it's so draining to try and you know still be like happy. Sometimes I do use stream as an escape from those feelings too.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was one time it is the worst panic attack of my life. I don't know what happened. There was nothing that really caused it, but I just had a really massive panic attack, and I was so scared of being alone with my thoughts. I just streamed for 10 hours afterwards. I was like, I'm just gonna stay here and not be alone with my thoughts, and I'm gonna stick with you guys, and we'll just talk about nothing, and it'll be great. Haha. you know. Um, but if you're not being kind of forward with that information, if you're just like, yeah, I'm great, you guys, things are fine, that's exhausting. That's really exhausting.
I think streaming was a bit of a motivation for me to always try to be better or do something new for the next stream, says Namori. Well, that's a good point.
Oh hell yeah.
Also, that question came from AAI Jorm. So do you know Jorm, the streamer, chatter, moderator? We actually
I
have
feel
a
like I do.
yeah, we have a chatter, also community member by the name of Nepe, who made an AI chatbot, and he's trained it on logs from chatters of different channels. It's really
Ooh.
good. So that AI Jorm that question came from, that was literally an AI question, and it was
An
very on
AI.
point.
Whoa.
Yep. So it was pretty on brand. The AI listens to us, it transcribes it and feeds it, and it's running in a loop. Like it's pretty impressive actually. So like the AI Jorm right now says, sometimes I stream just to have something else to think about, which goes on topic with what you were saying. Like it's so creepy good. It's so creepy good.
That's crazy. I had no idea. That's so crazy. What the heck?
Yeah, 8AI. That is an AI chatbot that a community member made. It's pretty cool. Also, Bionics is sneaking up on your shoulder. He's on your other shoulder as a turkey. um, Not Ryan wants to know, how would you kick a coffee table?
Hopefully with a nice sturdy boot so I don't hurt my toes.
Nice, nice. All right. At this point, I'm gonna open it up to the chat. Any killer bunnies, any other buns have questions or any gatos? And I'll think of a silly question while they type out their questions. If you could travel anywhere, money TTO is not a concern. Where would you travel to?
Ooh. Oh, that's a tough one because I instinctively I want to say Japan because I've always wanted to see what Japan is like. But a part of me is also like, oh, I really want to go to England and just check out all of Europe because I have so many friends that live like in
In
Europe,
the EU?
and it's like, yeah, so many EU friends. I just want to go all over.
Mm, okay. Okay. All right.
Hmm.
Come on, community. Questions. Questions. You gotta have more questions for the streamer. Ben recommends Geofracture games. Okay. Um, I'll ask another silly question. If you could have a superpower, any superpower, what would your superpower be?
Ooh. Ooh, the power to rewind time. I know it's like super cheesy because I just finished playing Life is Strange, but
Mm.
man, is that so useful. Like if I pick the wrong dialogue option when I'm talking with someone, which happens very often in real life, I can just rewind. I could just go back and be like, yeah, so insert not dumb response here, and then it'll be like, whew, crisis averted. I
Mm.
oftentimes really do fumble the bag when talking to people.
All right. Seven Bunny wants to know, if you could live somewhere, where would you live?
Hmm. I really love Seattle. I honestly I wouldn't mind staying here for like forever. I did want to live in Japan, but after the whole COVID thing, I guess I just got really turned off from the idea, just from the whole shit show it was, especially
Mm.
how slow the Japanese government was to like send down information to the jets. Like 6 months is a long time to wait with radio silence from the government because they're so slow at making those decisions. Like they're faxing things to each other still. It's awful. It
Oh.
has to go through every single level before it finally would get to the embassy, and then the embassy can tell us what's up. But yeah, we
Mm.
were really in the dark. I heard they didn't even send people until I think September. So that means they probably got word about it in maybe July or August. Probably July. And then you get 2 months to get everything done again, get your visa, get all your paperwork sorted. But yeah, Japan disillusioned, not fun anymore. Seattle, kind of cool, kind of nice. The mountains
Mm.
are really, really beautiful. If you go up in, everyone always wants to go in the Space Needle, but if you go, there's the tallest skyscraper here. I forgot what it was called, Columbia something. But you get a really good view of the Olympic mountain range,
Mm.
Mount Rainier. You can see the Cascades. The mountains here are just so beautiful, and then the
Mm.
public transit access is so good. It's just best of both worlds with nature, access to modern things like, I don't know, hospitals. Just being close to things that you need for your day-to-day life
Mhm.
without having to drive like an hour to go grocery shopping is really nice.
All right. My moderator slash retro gamer friend wants to know first game you played, Java.
First game I played,
Mm-hmm.
like ever?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough question. I kind of grew up a gamer because my dad, both my parents actually are gamers. Um, I want to say it was probably some kind of educational game on the computer, like one of those really old ones. I think I had an Arthur themed one that was supposed to teach me about like math or reading or something.
Mm-hmm. Base parents, nice. Kids picks.
Based.
um, Bio wants to know, do you prefer being a bunny or a goat?
I mean, I like being a bunny. The goat model that I was messing around with earlier, I do think it's really pretty. But after that fun fact about male goats that I heard about, I'm good being a bunny. Goats not goated.
Bunnies. Okay. Okay. And our star wants to know, did you choose Pricefield or Arcadia?
Oh, I chose Chloe.
Hmm.
Yep,
Okay.
I did not choose Arcadia. I really struggled with that decision. I was sitting there like, no, why? God, no, not again. Because I had to do something similar in one shot. And I was making that decision sobbing. Like because I had to read all of the voice lines out loud, at some point my voice just started breaking as we were reaching the decision point. I was just sobbing while reading the text. And when I had to make the decision, oh man. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played, but it's heart wrenching. I couldn't decide. I didn't want to be in the decision to decide or in the position to decide, and that's what that was the same feeling I had playing Life is Strange. I was like,
Mm,
I was sitting there like, oh no. And I tried to flip a coin. I didn't like the answer, and then I was like, fuck it. We're saving Chloe.
okay. And Nomori wants to know, yeah, she answered this at the beginning of the interview, Nomori, but he wants to know, how did you come up with your username? Speedrun that question.
Yeah, TLDR. I usually use Nishka. Nishka was taken, so I was like Niche, also taken. NeeshNeesh, not taken. Woohoo! Kept it.
Nice, nice. And then Joshua wants to know, what's a movie you could watch every day? Both y'all, Gato and Niche. Ooh.
Hmm, that's a good question. Um, I'm not a huge movie buff. I haven't seen a
Mhm.
crazy amount of movies. I think a movie I could watch every day. Wow, that's actually such a tough one.
That sounds like
Hmm.
a personal hell to me. Like, I'm not into movies or films at all, and the thought of having to watch one every day scares the hell out of me. Like, that might break me. Um,
I think I don't know why Groundhog Day came to mind. It's a really fun film. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't know why that was the first
mm,
one that came to mind. But I guess it's the only answer I have. That was my gut instinct.
Surprised Gato has a TV. True. True. Gato is notoriously uncultured 100%. I
Oh
guess
no.
for the holidays, I watched a movie called Joyex Noel. Uh, and that was pretty good. This is World War One themed in the trench warfare, where on Christmas Day, the soldiers of opposing factions paused for Christmas and, found common ground. And it's actually, allegedly, it happened. Like, they found, actual writings and correspondence from soldiers that, these, cross, enemies fraternized and talked about it. So it's actually a very powerful movie to watch during the holidays. I cry like a little bitch every time I watch it, but maybe that
Oh,
one. Yeah, that happens, says Chava. Cool. Um, All right, Namori had another question. Wait, did you say your? Oh, you said Groundhog Day because technically you'd be living
Yeah.
your own Groundhog Day, watching it every day.
Oh God, yeah.
Genuine question. How do you find making art on stream? Do you have any tips for it? I would like to try streaming art, but I feel unmotivated. In the case, I would perform poorly, says Namori.
mm, so streaming art, I think, is really rough, especially starting. I would oftentimes just kind of talk to myself. I would just describe the process of what I was doing, like what I was thinking, why I was approaching things a certain way. And in the beginning, I actually had a lot of people, like just really random people come in and just say, I don't know, random things. Be like, oh, why don't you scope the PP? Oh, why don't you do this or that? And it kind of really sucks in the beginning, but I
Mm,
think over time the art community is really lovely. I think if you just stick to doing something that makes you happy, and if you're having a good time, I think that'll naturally attract people. Um, and even just having friends on stream that come by and just chatting with them, I think that makes making art on stream enjoyable, even if the main focus isn't the art and maybe it's talking. At least that's what it's like for me. um i I got distracted. I'm sorry. I read something in the chat that distracted me. I lost my train of thought. But I think if you just focus on making art that you're having a good time making, and you're just
hmm
fostering like a fun environment, the rest will follow.
Yeah,
And if it doesn't, I will be there to beat up the world.
I gotcha. I gotcha. All right, and I'm sorry, Chunky, I did miss your question, so we'll start with Chunky's first question, and he asked, "Who is the largest streamer Niche watches?" And then after that, he wants you
Ooh.
to rate Koji's ASMR voice out of 10. So let's.
Yeah, that was the one that distracted me. Made me do a double take. I was like, God, why would you ask that question? I think the biggest streamer, probably Zikawa.
Yeah, you just had your
She's
Twitch recap.
Oh, true. Oh man, what was on my Twitch recap? I forgot. Uh,
But you're saying Zikawa's one of your favorites?
yeah, her stream is like really cozy. She's super cute and she's really really sweet. She's always so nice. Even though she's like, her art is amazing. She's done art for crazy things. Um, and she's like, she gets a pretty busy chat, I think. She still takes the time. Oh my God, Ryan, be quiet. Ryan's a moderator for Zikawa. um, she's just very nice to everyone, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, she's wonderful. I really love watching her streams, and her art's just amazing to behold. I don't often talk in her stream, but I usually am lurking. You can usually find me in there somewhere.
I gotcha. All right, rate Koji's ASMR voice. Do it
Damn it.
out of 10.
I was hoping you'd. Oh man. Okay. I don't like lying. I don't like lying.
Okay.
10.
10.
Anyways, continue.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay, Chava, you may have missed it, but she's 100% Latina. Uh, and Chava wants to know. Uh, oh crap! Where did it go? Favorite food that you can make?
Ooh, this is gonna sound terrible. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They're just so easy. I have I have the diet of like an elementary schooler. I eat lots of peanut butter and jelly and cold cut sandwiches because they're
It's valid.
really easy and fast to make. I've
Oh,
been trying to change that because I feel like I eat way too much bread. I try to make like rice and stuff more often, but yeah, PB and J is like my favorite go-to. It's easy, it's yummy. I love peanut butter way too much. Like, it's a problem.
Chivalry asks, is that your limit or just a favorite?
It's just my favorite. I can make lots of things. Fun fact: I actually used to do catering in college. I would make mostly sweets for people. I made a lot of baked goods. I would even over the weekend while I was studying, I would be um, oftentimes baking, and then come Monday, I would come just like packed to the gills, me and like taking the bus to school, just big bags full of cookies and all sorts of stuff, and I'd sell it to other people at school. And I was just that person. I was like, oh, Niche has the cookies this week. Let's go buy
Nice.
some cookies. And they'd find me and buy stuff for me. So I can actually make a lot of things.
Yeah, Squeegee says chicken and rice, and then Joshua says, when did you learn you were allergic to bananas? Wait, you're allergic to bananas?
I am. So that was a terrible thing that happened. It was in like I want to say around the time I turned 21. Out of nowhere, I ate bananas like every day. Every day for breakfast, I would have a banana with like oatmeal or yogurt or something. Like I always had bananas, if not once, multiple times a day. And just at some point, I noticed my mouth getting itchy. And one time I was at work. This is when I was working at Starbucks, and I was eating oatmeal with a banana, and my mouth was so itchy, and I felt my throat constricting. And I was like, I'm going to take my half right now. And I ran to the store and I went to buy Benadryl because I was like, this is what they use for allergies. And then I got really sleepy.
Yeah, it's also the active ingredient in most sleep things. Yeah, same ingredient.
Yeah, I didn't know any better because I don't have any other allergies. It happened out of nowhere. It's something that happens when you're getting to adult age. I think they're called adult onset allergies. A friend of mine developed an allergy to pollen, which sucked for them because they
Oh,
looked
no.
miserable. They were fine, and then out of nowhere, the spring was the worst thing that could happen to them.
And I also wonder if it has to deal with maybe one of the herbicides that may have been used. Sometimes I've noticed that with certain people with sometimes it's a gamble. Like I know people that love like pineapple, and sometimes they eat it and perfectly fine, and other times they eat it and they're like, I might die.
Oh wow.
And then Namori says, I guess you prefer baking over cooking.
Oh yeah, I love baking. I don't do it as much anymore. I meant to actually I like to send people cookies in the mail for Christmas, and I do it before Black Friday usually. But Seattle had a major windstorm like the week before Black Friday when I was planning on doing everything, and that sucked because I had to throw out everything in the fridge. I had already gotten all the stuff, and I was like, well, shit. Um, and I missed my deadline of before Black Friday because then things take way too long to move through the post.
Yep.
One year, I sent someone cookies and they got it a month later.
Doesn't surprise me.
So safe to say they couldn't eat it.
North Star also feels you because he got an adult onset allergy to shrimp, and he loves shrimp.
No.
And then Mr. Watts VR says that happened to me with apple, my throat and tongue numb and itch. Yikes.
Oh, that's the
then
worst.
Namori
I'm so
also
sorry.
Namori also said I got allergic to pollen as an adult, and it just gets worse and worse every year. Oh, Geofracture Games too. He says, yeah, I got the pollen DLC too. No!
That's the worst. I hate that you just go your whole childhood, right? And your whole adult life, or like your whole life up to that point. You're like, oh yeah, going outside is great. Everything's fine. Shrimp is great. It's delicious. Apples are wonderful. Then out of nowhere, wouldn't it be funny if you were allergic? Your body just decides to troll you, and you're like, ah.
And Boom says, I've always been allergic to apples. Very spicy and itchy. I eat them anyways, Boom. You
Oh
crazy,
my God,
crazy
Boom,
cat.
no.
You might microwave them. I heard that helps take that away. Adult allergy gang. Chucky's like, I'm so lucky. I've just been allergic to pollen my whole life. Oh no.
So it's good because you don't know what the alternative is like. I think it's worse knowing the alternative and then like having it taken away from you. Like knowing that, oh, what it's like to be out in the spring and not suffering, or what it's like to enjoy the delicious taste of banana bread fresh from the oven.
Okay.
Mm.
Yikes. I thought apples were supposed to be my spicy my whole life. That sucks. All right. Wait, but what's the most authentic thing you can cook?
Authentic.
Yeah. Of
Like,
your Latino culture.
oh, ooh, empanadas.
Empanadas.
The Mexican side of my family, they're from northern Mexico, and they have a variety of empanada that's sweet. It's empanada de calabaza and empanada de piña, which I guess in English is like pumpkin empanada and pineapple empanada. And they're baked, not fried. They're really yummy. There's the way you wrap the pastry once you add the filling. It's called repulgue, and I think every family does it a little differently, and it's kind of really relaxing to do. I
Dipping.
just like the process of wrapping the pastry. It's fun.
See, Chava, her accent came out. It just like slipped out of there describing those foods. Lori's hungry now. Pineapple empanadas, true. Pineapple empanadas
So
are
good.
delicious. Yep. Yep.
You roll them around in cinnamon sugar too. Oh, so good.
Diabetes. I love it. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right. Last call. Last call before we say bye to YouTube. And we end this interview. Let's just do one more question if somebody has any. If not, we'll just say bye. Spanish. True, Sketchy. Spanish.
Spanish.
Can you handle spicy? Chava wants to know.
Oh, so I used to be really good at handling spicy. My ex, his mom would cook like lots of spicy food. She'd always have like chile at the table he could have, and we would all just kind of sit
Yeah,
there
what's up, Mom?
sniffling, like looking at each other, like just seeing who's gonna be the llorona, who's gonna start crying about how spicy something is. I really enjoyed that, but after we broke up, did not eat spicy food like that, and I'm not used to it anymore.
That's funny. Can she eat the pink bulldog noodles without dying? Have you ever tried the 2x spicy bulldog?
I so when I tried the buldak noodles, they didn't have the 2x spicy, I think. Um, so I don't know about those, but the regular ones, nah, my nose starts running like crazy. At least when I was at peak spicy, it was fine. I wasn't crying, but my nose was just running, and I was like, "Oh man, this is so yummy." Oh, but it's so
I
spicy.
have some 3x. Yeah, I'm eating the 2x on Sunday, unfortunately.
Oh, have some milk nearby, add some cheese to it,
Yeah.
maybe like halfway through.
No.
Don't suffer too much.
I do it the traditional Korean style with cheese corn, and without that, it's not, to me it's not food. It's not edible without the cheese corn.
It's just suffering.
It's just pain and suffering, and I don't understand why somebody would go to 3x. Like, good luck, Gato. Yes, good luck. I do have COVID hacks right now, so that might help me a little bit, but
True.
it just makes it slightly less intense.
It'll help you get the all the COVID out of your system faster, all
Yes.
the sweating, the nose running, everything. Spicy stuff's good for you when you're sick. So this is actually coming at a great time.
Can I have your 4090 of you nine? No, Northstar. No. Have you considered breaking the one chip into it? Bro. I'm still worried about the one chip Gato. Me too, Geofracture Games. I am paranoid as hell. So, all right. We're going to add a stream marker and let's get to the HIYTs in chat again. Let's say bye to YouTube and we will end this interview. HIYT. Let's get those in chat and let's do the stream ending. All right, I'm going to link Neesh's socials below. Make sure you follow Neesh on all the socials. Go hang out with Neesh, go make some art with Neesh, and go hang out with her. She's an incredible streamer friend, and this interview has been incredible. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.